What is it about it? The Origin 400i, that useless ship that everyone just loves. Folks, welcome to the channel here, and the first clue is right here. It is freaking gorgeous. That's the first thing that everyone points out about this ship, that in terms of its stats, weapons, combat ability, cargo capacity, there's nothing special about it. It's actually quite mediocre. Things like 40 something SCU of cargo. It has a couple of size 4 hardpoints with gimbals to size 3, stock with Panther repeaters. It does have a decent shield, size 3 shield, which makes it pretty safe, but most of all is how gorgeous this thing looks. That's what everyone points out about it. I know it has that big old nose and those nostrils, but it is the best looking ship in Star Citizen, in my opinion, best looking ship anywhere in any video game. And that's the clue. This is just a video game. The stats matter, but at the end of the day, you're just trying to have fun. So you have ships that do combat better, do cargo better, but this is one of the ships that you actually enjoy being in. Now, it's also pretty fast. Goes one of the fastest ships in game. You have a size 2 quantum drive, meaning you go pretty fast. You have a little elevator there for a small vehicle, STV. You cannot get a rock in there, unfortunately, but if you have a couple friends, they can watch your back with those turrets. And even though you're not going to be running much cargo, you have a decent amount of visibility on the inside, and you have at your disposal, besides those size 3 gimbaled or size 4, you have 16 missiles in size 1 and 16 missiles in size 2, and a decent amount of visibility. You also have the famous elevator on front for a motorcycle for the X1. Man, I don't think it's worth the time. You know what? It would have been nice if CIG would have been kind enough to provide that stock, like a little snub fighter ship, as they do with the Constellation, and always have an X1 spawn there. But of course, ships must be sold, and why let people have that for free when you can sell it for 45 bucks, right? Unfortunately, that's one of the things that makes this a little bit less interesting in terms of what it's offering. But still, it is one gorgeous ship. Let's actually land somewhere here and show how on the inside it also feels like a little bit of a camper. And in terms of the sensations that you have, the feelings walking in and out, it is like unlike any other ship, with a decent bridge that goes down and provides a ladder that makes it feel quite special when you're going up. Let's actually take a little bit of a stop here. Around there in those trees, trying not to crash. That is also a good idea. Yeah, about here will do. So, why is it that people, and this is something that I read on chat all the time, people want a number of ships, they ask about what makes the most money, and that right now is a Reclaimer. What about C2, great options, maybe the best ship in game, C2, won't argue that either. But in terms of, I just want something to fly around, have a great time, and just feel like I'm some, hotshot dude, bounty hunter. I mean, you can actually do very decent bounties with this ship, especially because of how tough it is, and those missiles do help. And those size 3 repeaters, they're nothing to overlook. But let's take a look on the inside. What is it that makes this thing special for immersion? Well, first of all, the bridge is very nice. You have seats there for a couple friends. You have great visibility up front, as you just saw. And then we have the habitation area, where you have an elevator here on the left, bathroom on the right, which of course you don't use, but you know how this is. Eventually, maybe someday, trademark. On the left You're supposed to have, yeah, there it is, a couple, little beds for some people, storage, but it is decently enough one of the special places, the captain's quarters, this little private suite of yours where you have a bit of room for storing some of your gear here. You have, it would be nice to have actual water. You can place it yourself. Computer doesn't actually work, but your bed. You can actually have a nice rest here and a window to see on the outside. Nope, it's not working. Eventually it will, and will be pretty nice. But again, visibility. And here, a table to sit down. And this is something you can actually prepare a little bit of food being left there so as to consume when needed. Taking the elevator, you also have a ladder in case this is not working, which has saved my butt more than once. Components are kept in these cool rooms, so it's cooler storage for the components. And here we have our storage and garage. You have those escape pods, and yeah, and a little STV. I've managed to fit STV here. Oh, a few boxes on the side, and maybe a little PTV here as well. So it's okay. Yeah, some people really would like to have the option of putting a rock in there, but you know how this goes. You can go straight into space on that door here on the left, and you have a good amount of storage for our weapons and armor, which would be a lot better if you could actually save whatever guns you had there, as it used to be with that great bug that we had for a while. But here's where you have the nice entry. The ladder is not like the others where you just climb in a very unceremonious manner. No, here you have a great ladder that makes you feel like, yeah, I have my super cool spaceship. Here's where you store the motorcycle. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. A little tour of the Origin 400i. Going through a bit of a storm here in Microtech, but still feeling great because you have your 400i, you have your Star Wars spaceship that makes everything worth it. Folks, that's going to be all for now. Remember to subscribe to the channel. If you want to start playing Star Citizen, you have the link there below. And if you use the referral, you can still get 5,000 credits of in-game money when you start playing, which is also quite nice. See you on the next one. Take care.